Hello everyone, I am Scott Gerson from nycmathacademy.com, and I'm here today to present another parenting tip for raising great students. Today we are going to talk about adventure writing. So what is adventure writing? Well, you go for an adventure and you do some writing. It's as simple as that. And I'm going to teach you some strategies on how to bring the 5 senses into your writing. And that's what we're going to learn about today. Before we get started, I do want to mention we have our brand new Math Academy live online at nycmathacademy.com. All of our 3rd grade courses are up right now. Check them out, take a free sample, and you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you have a 3rd grader in your life, please check it out. All right, we're going to get started right after this. So, what is a writing adventure? Well, a writing adventure is just like a normal adventure, but you're going to do some writing while you're there. So, a writing adventure could be anything. Maybe you go to the park. Maybe you go play putt-putt. You could go bowling. You could go to the mall. It can be just about anything, but instead of just going to play putt-putt, you're also going to do writing. Right? So this is a purposeful adventure. Right? It's a writing adventure. So you're going out to do some writing. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to try to focus on the 5 senses. But something that can really make this fun for you and your child is if you go out and you get special journals to do your writing in. Okay? Now, you can go onto Amazon and find really fantastic writing journals for less than $10. I looked at it this morning, and I'm going to show you a couple of those journals right now. Welcome back. So you don't have to go buy one of those journals. You can go to your dollar store and buy a composite notebook for 99 cents. That will work just as well. These fancy journals just kind of make it feel special. Now, in our next video next week, we are going to talk about how to turn these journals into an online blog. I'm going to show you 2 free methods to turn our journals into blogs. But that's for next week. First, let's tell you how to create these journals. So again, we're going to use the 5 senses. Let's go through them one by one. First, we have sight. Now, our motto for sight is show, don't tell. So what does that mean? What you want to do is describe what you see around you. That is your sight. And you want to show the reader, don't tell the reader. Okay, now as your child gets more and more developed in their writing skills and they move through the grades, these ideas are going to become more and more complex, and they'll get better at their craft. Sense number 2 is taste. Now, if you're in a bowling alley, I don't want you going around tasting, what does the ball taste like? What are the lanes? Don't go taste things, right? But what you want to do is a little trick. Use metaphors and similes. So what are metaphors and similes? Well, a metaphor compares 2 things that are seemingly unsimilar without using like or as, and a simile uses like or as. So, without actually tasting it, right, you can say that the bowling alley had the taste of a stale taco mixed with a tire on fire. Right, so you could imagine in your head, if you walked into a bowling alley and you could taste it, a mix between a stale taco and a rubber tire on fire, right? Wouldn't be too pleasant, but that paints a picture in your reader's mind, right? So you want to use metaphors and similes when describing taste, even if you're not actually tasting the item. Our next sense is smell. For smell, what I want you to do is close your eyes and describe what you smell, right? Now, it doesn't matter what's around you. Just smell. Now, whatever you pick up, whether it's a burning sensation like from last time or something sweet, right? So go ahead and describe it first and then apply it to something that you see. Right? It could be like a fresh smell of a river or laundry after you've washed it, right? But you could be in, you know, I don't know, a mall, right? There's no laundry at the mall, but maybe it's coming from, I don't know, a store or, a child next to you. It could be anything, right? So just start with the smell and then apply it to something around you. I found this trick really successful for my students. The next sense we're going to talk about is sound. Now, I like to do sound the opposite way that we do smell. So I want to pick out my object first, right? Whether it be a car or a child or waterfall, whatever it is, right? Pick out that object and try to focus in on what sound it's making. And then you describe that sound. Now, you can do it either way. You could close your eyes and listen for a sound that's, predominant, and then find out where that sound is coming from. But I like to focus on the object first and really try to narrow down what exactly sound that object is making. I found that it can be really fun and the kids get really into it, right? So do it either way, but focus on the sound. The final sense is touch. Now with touch, I like to go with a two-prong approach. It's TNT, temperature and texture. So you can write about how warm or cold something is, and there's a whole world of adjectives to describe hot and cold, right? And then texture, oh man, there's not infinite, but there's a whole bunch of adjectives you can use to describe the texture of something, right? It's not just soft or rough or smooth or whatever, hard, right? Get yourself a thesaurus or just look it up on Google and practice different words for textures, right? This is a great opportunity to find out about different adjectives and to increase your vocabulary, right? Touch can be a whole lot of fun. Now, what are we using these sensory details for? To describe the world around us. It could be a short story, a poem. It could just be a paragraph about your adventure to wherever, right? The point is that we are using our senses to help us do writing. That can really make these writing adventures fantastic because while we are doing a creative project, we have a structure and it's organized because we know we have to use our 5 senses on our writing adventures. All right, I hope you try this out. Whether you buy the notebooks, whether you buy a journal, doesn't matter. Just get out there, have a super fun writing adventure with your kids. All right, we will see you next week where we're going to talk about turning these journals into free blogs. I'll show you how to do it step by step. See you then. Bye. Hey, I'm back. I forgot to mention that you can check out our other videos right here and right up here. And as always, you can subscribe right here to our channel. If you haven't checked out our new Math Academy yet, go to nycmathacademy.com and check it out. Have a good week. Bye.